Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome to Mahokenshi, a game developed by, as you can see here, Game Source Studio. For those of you who recognise this, I did a Cornish first look of this game on my channel a while ago, and developers have sent me the full release to basically to show it off a bit more. I was going to do a short Let's Play series and show off the game in a bit more depth. This is a turn-based tactics and strategy game with deck building elements tied in. I'd also say puzzle elements as well, because I do get a feeling that this has a lot of open puzzle elements. Like, you have your aims and objectives, and the game sort of leaves it to you to how to sort of figure out how to solve some of the more challenging puzzles in the game. But it's a very interesting game and a very interesting concept. So let us dive into the game. So far there are 3 characters. I have yet to unlock the 4th character. The game works like you would expect for like a roguelike game, which is that you unlock upgrades. As you can see, I've played for a bit of the game. As you can see here, the islands that are unlocked as you play. I have unlocked up to the third island technically. I haven't done much on the third island, though I went for the first. The challenge is on the second, and you complete challenges as you can see here. Cradle of Shadows, Pit of Darkness, the Goblin Swarm, the Cult Conspiracy. You complete these challenges and they give you upgrade points, and the upgrade points can be spent basically in here to unlock bonuses, like first upgrade at a dojo is free, additional health for characters, that kind of thing. And that plays into how easy it is to complete challenges, I have found. These upgrades in the way of Mahoken basically help you complete a lot of the challenges a lot easier. Now, I played for a lot of the opening of the game with Ayaka, who is basically, if you read her backstory, she's like the youngest of the Mahokenshi, of the Tengu. So basically, she plays very aggressively, a lot of movement and a lot of sort of attack first cards. I played a little bit around with Kaito, who basically he's much more of like a defensive counter character, as you can see by his cards that he can get unlocked, such as adds a lot of armor to his deck, and a lot of counter-attack cards to his deck as well, which are very nice. But we have just unlocked this character, Sota. Despite a wide range of political influences, few really understand the House of Jade. They are a mystery to many, and they keep it that way. Sota was adopted and raised by the worshippers of Ogumo, the spider kami. Under their tutelage, he learned the value of not confronting foe directly and instead creating lures and confusing his enemies. Senses of poison and earth magic. He also learned the meaning of duty and loyalty, even when unseen. He is still doing what is needed. So let's just see what kind of cards he has. Gain stealth dash, so he can move around quite a lot. Surveillance enemies cannot detect you unless you attack them. Tracking enemies will prioritize other units over you. You'll summon damage in stealth, yeah. So basically, it's all about getting the drop on enemies and killing them off. So I'd like to try out his deck, to be honest, and see what he is like to play. That could be a fun experience. But this being a roguelike, once you sort of finish the missions, you can go back to them. Not a lot point, I find, unless you're trying to level a deck up. But as you can see, there's a lot of challenges still left to go. So let's start off with Cradle of Shadow, which is the first mission. Strange events have been plaguing a remote island. You are sent to investigate. We've completed the challenge in it, so it's not a massive concern for us, for it will help us upgrade our character more.
Remote islands of the celestial realm. Rumors of rebels and uprisings are common, but more recent rumors speak of dark forces and villages being destroyed. You have been sent to investigate.
So yeah, there are dark forces at play. See, this is Masaki, which is basically the last character we haven't unlocked yet. We need to get further into the story, I believe. So let's play with the House of Jade. Mission details. Yep, okay. In the most remote islands of the Sister Rome, rumours of rebelling are common, so this is our mission. We intend to investigate. And this is basically our tutorial. Tells you how to play the game. As you can see, left click to tile to prove your path, right click to again to basically grounded. So let's grab our character. Here's Sota, and let's get him over here. Take us. It's normal 1 energy for going through plains, and to go through woods it takes an additional point of energy to do. So let's move up. I am going to increase the movement speed a little bit. And when we're in the turn, you hit the icon down here. So it's relatively straightforward turn-based movement. There's an event a few tiles ahead of you. The events are unique stories which can make choices that will impact your rewards. Yeah, okay. So let's get up there. An auspicious encounter. A gigantic monolith towers over a clearing. At its foot, a lonely figure smiles and beckons you closer. You recognize distinctive clothes of the Flower-Keeper monks. This order is tasked with guarding the ancestral gateways between the islands. For most people, those portals are the only way to safely travel from island to island. It is unusual to encounter one alone, separate from the rest of this order. Finally, you have come. The islanders were told of your imminent arrival, and see it as an omen of good fortune in these troubled times. Alas, if the worrying rumours that have started to spread are true, then I fear terrible events are in store. Tread carefully, Mahokenshi, for this celestial island are no longer the haven of peace they once were. And we get some cards for our trouble. It's just as the tales say, you are powerful and wise, but please beware. In addition to the recent dangers, the terrain in these parts can be quite treacherous. You gain 2 safe travel cards. Okay, so basically this is how the game works. This is basically a tutorial mission, so we're going to breeze through it quite quickly. So what you can do is you can basically use these cards, drag them with your left mouse button over the tile that you want to affect, and then you can move there. Tiles are different energy costs and different defense and strength bonuses. Hover over the tiles to see what they do. See here, so you get +2 strength and +4 defense. But it's also, you can hover over and you see the energy cost here. So it's 3 energy to go through mountains, 2 energy to go through woods, 1 energy to go through plains. And forests add a little bit of defense, but no strength modifier, and mountains give a +2. So where we're able to, we really want to be attacking from mountains or hills. See, hills are all attack, no defense. So if we want to, we should be really attacking from hills. To get the most out of it. I might even move our speed up to full speed so we can increase. Across the bridge. As you are about to cross the bridge, you sense a hostile presence in front of you. A lone man stands in the way, blocking the bridge. At first, you try to reason with him politely, but he responds with taunts, jeers and threats. You realise he has no intention of letting you pass. When you try to force your way past, he draws his weapon intent on fighting. A perfect warm-up for you. Gain strength and cards. Cross the bridge, okay. You swiftly charge, taking him by surprise. The impact pushes the man back, which leaves him wide open. You gain 4 strike cards, gain 4 strength this turn. The strength is a damage modifier that boosts damage dealt by 1 per charge. Now, our deck, unfortunately, if you're playing as basically the other female character we have access to, which is the strength build character, or the other character who is like the samurai, who is a much more like counter build character, this would be great. Unfortunately, our characters aren't really like that. See, we've already done the mission here, so we can't upgrade our talents. So we need to get him off here, which isn't going to be the easiest thing to do, but we can get some progress. Across the bridge, wounded, the man collapses to his knees, breathing hard and begging in a teary teary voice for you to spare his life. He promises information in exchange. Before you can decide, he reveals that he and many other outlaws were hired by a mysterious man wearing a white mask, with the sole purpose of spreading chaos throughout the island, all in exchange for gold and treasure. We never really asked any questions because he paid so well, but be warned, Mahokenshi, I have seen him accompanied by twisted and nightmarish creatures. The man seemed honest, but it's hard to believe such a tale could be true in as peaceful a realm as Celestial Islands. Perhaps he can confirm whether he is telling the truth by inquiring in the nearest village. I always find this strange. Like, this guy has, like, yes, he has a reason to lie because he wants to basically be spared, but like adding on like being encompassed by twisted and nightmarish creatures is like why would you add that detail? So here we go, camera controls. Yeah, you can hold and drag mouse button to rotate, arrows and keyboards here, you can see here. And you can use the mouse to zoom in and out. Personally, I don't do it that much. This angle works just fine for me. So let's end the turn, because we want to get the travel cards out so we can easily get across the plains. Now, we're not on the clock here, to be honest. And you can see here, our enemy, how many draws are base strength, base defense, all this jazz. So let's get here. I want to bait him. See, now he's become defense. Defense reduces incoming damage. I want to bait him out of the hill if we are able. Yeah, so he's going to hit us. I'm going to put it down to normal speed, actually, I think, when we were fighting. So yeah, he's hit us for a little bit of damage, but we can now basically do this, which is we can... He has weakened us as well, reduce our damage by 1. So now what we can do is we can do dash, and we can get up here into a nice defensive point, and he has to waste actions getting to us, which is fine. Because now we're on top of the high ground, and we can finish him off. Fantastic. We've got some gold for killing him, which you can use to upgrade throughout the game. Okay. So during movement, we're going to keep the camera high, and then during combat, we'll drop it back down to normal. Okay, so let's... Safe passage to here. Heal ourselves up a bit. We're not getting great card draws, unfortunately. Okay, so we picked up some cards. What did we get? Tactical Strike, deal 12 damage, inflict 2 weakness, which is not bad. Gain 4 defense, gain 8 defense, draw a card, which is parry, turn around, draw 1 card per adjacent enemy. I personally like this one, this is quite nice. So let's get that, and if you just wait 1 second, folks. Sorry about that, folks. So, can't really move, so we have to end our turn. This game is, the reason I say this is like a puzzle game, it's that it's all about figuring out the most effective way of moving through terrain. Because, for example, here we could have used the movement card to get less movement to get on the hill, but then we wouldn't be able to get up the mountain. So we can use this card to get up the mountain to get the event. Worried Village Chieftain. As you draw near the village, a man standing at the gate comes up to greet you. Greetings, Mahokenshi. May the Kami bless your arrival, for we are in desperate need of your help. You quickly learn that this man is the village chief, and he explains that he has received no news from the northmost village of the island for several days. He has been unable to investigate this matter further due to a recent increase in bandit activity. We can't send scouts for fear of bandits will attack them, and I can't send the village guards without having more information, as that would leave the village defenseless. Please, Mahokenshi, you must investigate and find out what is happening there. Rest assured I will find out what is happening, you say. It is reassuring to know that this matter is in competent hands. I fear you will find the roads leading north no longer safe as they once were. But alas, there are too few of us here to keep up with the threat. One last thing, Mahokenshi. Please accept this in exchange for your help. The man takes a sword hanging from his hip and presents it to you. The blade gleams in the sun, showing its quality. It's sure to be used of use soon. So we can humbly accept the gift, which is increase our base strength. We can get some gold, or refuse, and we can gain energy. I think I will increase our base strength. Humbly accept the gift. The elder's face looks solemn as he places the blade in your outstretched hand. The blade has been wielded by every successful village elder for generations. The enchantment imbues its wielder with great strength, as long as they fight for the protection of others. May it serve you well in your current task. The sword hilt is warm to the touch, in contrast to the coolness of the blade. You gain base strength 1, which will increase our damage. And basically, here we go. So basically, the story goes up. We need to basically go and search the surrounding village nearby, locate and explore the abandoned village. So that's our next goal. I'll be right back, folks. Now, all the characters play very differently. Like when you're playing with the character that is basically, I can't remember her name, but she's the character that's based on the because a lot of the characters seem to be taken from Japanese mythology. So, like the Tengu, for example, is a character out of Japanese mythology, or creature out of Japanese mythology. So the thing is, they all play very differently. Like the Tengu character plays like it's very strength build. You want because she has a lot of attacks and her attacks stack. And the character that's based on the Kappa is very sort of defensive and counter built, so you want to have a lot of energy. I don't know how this character is, since he seems to be a lot about stealth and getting crit hits. So I went with basically getting the strength increase because it helps. But having increased strength is always useful. One thing I will say about this game that I'm not a massive fan of, but it's an interesting concept, is that all the perks and stuff you pick up only stay on the map. As soon as you go to the next map, they will disappear. Landmarks. This is a landmark. You can interact with them, and throughout the Celestial Islands. This one is a village. You can buy new cards there. Your deck will be reset at the start of every mission, so adopt it to fit your objectives. I like that concept somewhat, which is like, yeah, your deck doesn't stay the same because basically every time you go on a mission, you basically will have different priorities and different things getting in the way. I'd like to have a bit more deck customization though. Okay, let's buy a card. So what do we want to pick up? We have on us 180 coin. So what do we want to get? Das one tile, leaving a lure behind, which basically pull enemies towards us. Discard your hand, gain 10 defense. I think I will pick up his afterimage. And basically that will allow us to get rid of enemies, but also pull enemies into places where we can attack them better. And I will get tactical strike as well. So that should be good. And then we can push on. You can't move through water, but roads are easy enough that you can move around without too much issue. So let's end our turn here. Okay. So he's blocking, but we're on a road, so it's only a single energy cost, but this will trigger him. But I want to get up into the mountain. I am then going to strike him with this. Massively do a ton of damage because of our bonuses. He's weakened, we have high defense, and we can finish him off as well. So we don't have to worry about him so much. So let's get down. Use another card to quickly move here. Pick up some more cards. So these are where his cards start to come in. What's his character's name again? Sota. Sota's cards will start to come into play. Venomous Palm, deal 1 damage, unblockable damage, inflict 4 poison. Deal 4 damage, unblockable damage, inflicts 3 weakness. So his stuff is all about doing weakness. If he's in a forest, it is there. Okay. So let's grab... Let's see, because that... Let's grab that card. Like I said, I don't know how this character works. He seems to be very much built around debuffing with stats. So... More cards, let's see. This is a common one. Serenity. Gain 2 energy, which is always nice. But we have to discard cards to get it. Dash 2 tiles, gain 1 kunai. To a forest, gain additional kunai. That's not too bad. Or we can go connection to the land, dash 1 tile to a plane, seek move. Seek 1 move. To the forest, seek 1 skill. To the hill. Okay. So if we do this, we can draw a card, but we can't play it. And we get kunai, which let's try this one out. That seems like an interesting thing. There is the forest indirectly in front of us. That's not exactly what I want. So let's get a couple of free... Oh yeah, so we get ethereal damage cards. Okay. Sort of opened up with the palm strike first. But it's a powerful combo. I can see how this character is starting to be able to be played. And it will be interesting. Get a bit more money. Get a shrine, which allows us to pull a card out of our deck. So what do we want to take out of our deck? So far, I'm happy with a lot of what we have. Though, to be honest, I'm probably going to pull a basic strike out of our deck. So we just have access to stuff like extra damage and weakness. So yeah, let's pull a basic... It takes us a little bit of money, but let's pull a basic strike out of our deck. I want to keep some of them so we have enough attacks. But at the same time, I don't want to have too many of them. I'd rather replace them with other things. So let's see what we can get. I want something that does damage, really. Deal 15 damage, increased by 6 per stealth. Reduce your stealth to 1. Deals 10 damage, increased by 5 for every attack card played this turn. Okay. So they're both rare. I don't have any way of getting strength, so let's get 1,000 legs. And get onto the bridge. Okay. This actually isn't great, because we're in a pretty bad defensive position for this. But let's quickly get rid of him. Let's rush up here. What can we pull out of this? Ooh, poison coating. This turn inflict 3 poison whenever you deal unblocked damage. That's not too bad. Or we can gain... That gives us... That gives us actually quite a bit. Then we can kill him off relatively quickly. Dojos, you can upgrade cards at the dojo. Okay, so this is basically how we upgrade our cards. If we want to get a bit of money first, we can go here. Get the money. End the turn. Ethereal cards are nice, but I doubt I can use them to get to him in time. No, I can't. Okay. Let's upgrade some cards. We have a nice chunk of money. As always, nothing keeps over until the next turn. So you have to remember that. I like actually upgrading the dash cards. I know it seems strange, but getting them upgraded is actually a pretty powerful combination. What are his ones like when they are upgraded? So that's just a straight up damage increase, a couple of extra kunai. That's 2 tiles, okay. No, I still like the because it makes it these free to play, which are actually really nice to get early because you get additional defense and stuff. So let's get that one upgraded. Oh yeah, we'll also upgrade this one. Okay, so let's... Dash 2 tiles. We'll move up. And start laying the hurt on him. So we're doing a really good chunk of damage. He's going to hit us with a curse, which is an ethereal card, which is basically destroyed after being played. When drawn, lose till health. That sucks. But we can use this to get up here. Hit him with that. And basically kill him as well. Heal up. So to play that card, and then we'll get to the destroyed village. Abandoned village. An eerie atmosphere reigns over this place. Search the abandoned village. A ghost town. You search the abandoned village, bears no fruit, but as you're leaving you glimpse a small, childlike silhouette disappearing into the woods. Trusting your instincts, you silently follow it. You soon discover a nightmare scene, human bodies scattered all over the forest floor, and 3 small creatures, the likes of which you have never seen, busy feasting on the corpses. A little further, you spot a few villagers in a makeshift cage, leaving no doubt you have found the missing villagers. If you act quickly, you might be able to ambush the captors and save the remaining villagers from a terrible fate that awaits them. So let's rush in and gain strength. After witnessing the horror, you try to take no chances with the lives of the many villagers. You charge the 3 creatures, hoping to take them by surprise. You gain 4 strength for this turn. Okay, so they are in a really strong position with us. So we need to basically... And we're out of stamina. Okay, that's not great. No cards either. So they're going to hit us. And we lose that strength modifier. Okay. So we need to basically get out of this territory. So let's first kill him off. Then him. And then we will push here. Which will give us a bit of defense. And he heals up as well. Okay. I want to get to that hill. Because then we can throw these at him to knock off his armor. And then we can use this. And just absolutely annihilate him. So as you can see, you saw the mystery of the abandoned village. As you can see, this is how the game works. The first level is fairly straightforward and a good way of just opening things up. We have unlocked the second level of the card sets that we get. So let's see what we get. Back to the Shadow, deal 9 damage. Feral attack, gain 2 strength. Oh, if it's fatal, we gain 2 stealth. Draw 2 cards, then return 1 to your draw pile in stealth. So basically, these are all about playing to stealth. We have yet to find any stealth cards, unfortunately. Alright, here. So let's continue on. So that was the first mission. And then we'll go into the second one, which is story mission. The cult is plotting to summon terrible creatures from the underworld to stop them at all costs. We have completed the challenges, yeah, as you can see here. But let's do it anyway, just to push the story forward.
How have these vile creatures reached the Celestial Islands? Pits tainted by corruption serve them as gateway. They must be sealed if the Celestial Realm is to be saved, and only you have the power to do so.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to take Sotar in again just to level him up. Just see how... I want to try and see how he plays. So we can pick an artifact to start with. that basically will last a certain amount of time. So let's go with gain 4 strength, gain health. Let's go with the strength, to be honest. And that will basically refresh every 6 turns. So this is our main mission. Close the corrupted pits. The pits are still open at the end of turn 22. Okay, so that's our main objective, is to close the pits and to not take more than 22 turns to do it. So what do we want to pick a card? Deal damage twice. Deal 7 damage if in stealth. Deal 18 damage. Cheek 1 enemy per adjacent enemy. Let's do with surprise blow. And we need to go up there and close the portal. Okay, so straightforward stuff. Our cards have been upgraded because basically this is the first proper mission out of the tutorial, and I have upgraded some of our basic stuff previously just with how I invested our experience. So let's get on the move. And our strikes are also upgraded a little bit as well, so we can get rid of the ones that are not as important. I would like to find a way of getting stealth, because that is how he functions. But we have yet to come across any stealth cards. First, for revenge, you come across a ransacked merchant caravan, likely a victim of the goblin attack. A few survivors are milling around the carts, desperate for help. An old woman is crying in front of 2 bodies covered by dirty seats. She calls out when she notices you. Monsters, they attacked us without warning and showed no mercy. Please, Mahokenshi, help us. Gain energy or gain gold. Help them bury the dead. You spend some time helping the merchant dig and erect honourable graves for the dead. It's grueling work for you and a painfully sad task for the merchant. Once you finish, the old woman comes to you again, much calmer than before. I understand that you have more important tasks, Mahokenshi, but if you can find a time to slay these monsters, we'll be forever grateful to you. Please take this gold. It's not much, but you will surely be of some help. Gain 50 gold. Side quest: eliminate 8 goblins. Gain cards and gold. It is an optional objective for us to do, but it's not an impossible task for us to do, so we should actually consider doing it. Okay. So. What do we want to have? That would be a nice one to have. He is going to attack us, unfortunately, and we don't have any more movement to spend. So he's probably going to go up into the hills to get defense. And the big guy comes crawling out. Okay. Ominous presence. You hear a terrible inhuman roar in the distance and realize you arrived too late to prevent the cult from initiating their plans. Even from here, you can tell the beast that they have summoned is not to be trifled with. You must hurry and seal the corrupted pit to stop the cult from unleashing their fury. Missions in Mahokenshi are often time limited. Your main mission is to close the corrupted pit before the defeat timer on the left of the screen runs out. Kill the Oni is an optional challenge. Okay, so we need to beat this guy. So let's get up into the mountain. And then we can smack him. Okay. We can't get down from here, unfortunately. So he's going to come after us. That will trigger that guy as well. So I want to try and gain stealth, dash 2. There we go. Through a forest. Gain 1 stealth before dashing. Actually, that sounds pretty good. Let's get up here. Yeah, he's going to shoot us, which is a pain. It's not great. I wasted my stealth as well, unfortunately. But we can still take him out. And then push up. Okay, surveillance and tracking. Enemies can adopt various behaviors. For example, surveillance. Enemies, surveilling enemies will detect you whenever you come close to them and then actively track you within a range. You can check an enemy's behavior in their character sheet. You can also hover over them to view the surveillance and tracking range. Okay. So that's when they'll spot us and then they'll track us. Okay, that's fine. Do I want to get in to the village straight away? It will alert them that I am here, unfortunately. So let's end a turn. Ooh, that's just... No, I just want to buy cards. Area 1. Poisoned 4 adjacent enemies. That will be nice to get. I want to grab that card for the stealth. That card that's really useful. Yeah, that and that. Draw a card, not too much. We'll grab this one. Okay. So now they're alerted to us. So let's dash up here. Increase our max health. And now they're likely to search for us now. Okay. So we're stealthed. Move there. And we can go... That was poorly done on my part. Kill him. End the turn. Go here. And then let's grab the money. We need to kill 4 more goblins, which you can get through here. And we can also beat the Oni if we want to. Let's destroy a card. You probably want to try and get rid of my basic strikes if I am able. Just to clear my deck out. Okay. That will give us powerful talisman if we can get there. Yeah, well... I'm not in stealth, unfortunately, but we still can kill him off. We can push down this way. No, I didn't want to do that. Frustrating. Yeah, we haven't got a lot of time, so we need to push on. So you can upgrade a card. You get it for free. Gain stealth, that would be nice. That's 4 tiles. I need a basically an easy way of getting stealth. So let's get that one for free. And then with the money we have left, what do I want to upgrade? DAS 4 is really powerful. So let's get that. And we can use that to get in there. We get 1 free item from upgrading. Gain strength when you play a move card. That's actually pretty good for a character that uses stealth. Gain entry if you kill an enemy. I'm going to grab the one that gives us strength when we move, because that's a pretty nice card to get. Okay, let's dash 2. We're still in stealth. $14 damage. That won't kill the goblin, unfortunately. Okay. Kill 2 more goblins. We can kill 2 more goblins. We'll get some things, but it's not going to be great. And we have to complete the mission, which is to seal the portal. Okay. Gain some stealth. We are in stealth. Enemies cannot detect you and attack them. There's nowhere there, but that's fine. Let's dash here. Right, so there's our reward. You say to find a goblin in a quest by the merchant for the caravan you encountered. So 1 piercing card, 1 purging vial, 1 fresh horse card, and 200 gold. So that's quite powerful, to be honest. Because the horse card lets you do a lot of dash. Challenges, we've already done the challenges, so we won't get any XP for killing. We won't get any upgrade points for killing the ogre because we've already done that mission. So let's. How are we looking? We haven't got any stealth up either. Okay. Let's get to the woods. That's 1 tile, extend to 3 if you have any active lures. Okay, that's fine. Let's do Poison Claws. And we'll go Poison Claws on you. That will kill you off. So let's go. Make sure you're dead. Kill you off. Okay. Now with the big guy. That will provoke him. So he's got to turn up and attack the lure. which is fine because we're in a relatively strong position. We'll pop the strength card. Gain that. And on his turn, he should die from the poison. There we go. And now we really have to get our movement on. Because that guy's at the top of the hill. And he can curse us from range, which is annoying. Okay. But we should be able to basically give him a fair good whack. And with Hidden Dead, we should be able to get down the mountain. Next turn. And we can seal the pit. With a completed victory. Nice amount of XP. To unlock level 3. What did we get? Some more artifacts. Gain energy for entering 2 forest tiles. Draw 3 cards when you kill an enemy. Okay. Well, that's going to be the end of the first episode, folks, for Mahokenshi. I hope you find this game enjoyable. I am going to do like a sort Let's Play series on it. It doesn't take like a lot of time to get through. Like some of the challenge missions, can be a bit frustrating. Like the ones here, creatures from the underworld are planning an invasion, but we have done the challenges for them. So the only thing that you get from doing this is experience for leveling up your deck. But it can be interesting to have a look at. So let me know what you think. This has been Mahokenshi, and I shall see you all again next time, folks. Goodbye.